do you want to talk about? Cat in the Hat?
Sure.
All right. Cat in the Hat, our next animated Dr. Seuss project here, um, with Bill Hader is the Cat in the Hat. I forgot about this completely.
Yeah, we did talk about this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost like they were like be secretly working on this. Like there would no like teases or anything. It's just like boop. Here's a trailer.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it looks I mean, I wouldn't want to promote it either. It looks like trash, to be honest. It looks
Yeah,
so kiddie.
yeah.
Um,
Toot fart, Andrew. Toot fart.
yeah, toot fart jokes in the trailer, which is
Toot fart.
they're going for like, Daddy, I want to see this movie so badly. Let me go. That's like all the only people that are gonna go see this movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You would say they went toot fart with the
Yes.
kid stuff to be start with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely no appeal. I'm sure this is gonna be a bomb. I'd be surprised if it wasn't based off this trailer.
The Grinch did decently. I don't remember what the Lorax did, so I'm not sure. It's a bummer that Bill Hader is in stuff that he's talented. Um,
He is, but I mean, I'm sure he got his bag, so I'm sure he's not crying about it.
I mean, getting paid and doing good stuff is two different things, but that's true. I mean, money might
If he
help.
wanted to do good things, he didn't have to accept a job. Like what?
I mean, I mean, I thought the Lorax. I didn't see the Grinch, but I heard the Grinch animated one is good. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe this one's gonna be great, but I don't know. Yeah, it looks okay.
Yeah.
Um,
The Grinch gets a pass because it's a Christmas movie and you're kind of
sure.
like expecting that cringe and stuff, but doing it outside of Christmas, it's just like, ooh,
Hmm.
gross. So that now you're insulting yourself by seeing it. So
Cringe gets a pass in Christmas. That's true. It does.
it
That's good.
does. Yeah.
Cheesiness and
You
stuff.
you just
That's a
you're
good
in
point.
that mood. Yeah.
That's a good point. That is a good point. Noted, Andrew. That's pretty
It's not
smart
you don't
there.
want to watch Hallmark movies all year long. You
I
only want to
don't
watch
know
Hallmark
if that's
movies
true.
when
I think some people do.
come on.
I don't
Okay,
know.
some
I
people
don't, of
do.
course.
Fine. Fine, but I would say the average audience doesn't.
That's true.
So,
That's true. I don't know. And that comes out in March, I think. We're going for the old spring break, um, I would assume, time.
yeah.
So, mm. So Andrew might not have that. That won't be
If
on Andrew's draft
if we
list.
I do the draft, it'll be down there. It'll be slim pickings just like I don't know.
I
Smurf
don't know.
I picked Smurfs like 8 or 9 or something. It'll
You're
be
the
there
last
as well.
pick. I don't know. You might pick it. You picked every single kids movie there
Yeah,
was.
I'm not saying I'm against picking it as the last pick.
Yeah, yeah. We'll
I'm
see
not
what happens.
expecting much return on it, I would say.
This draft is actually turning out to be a lot more interesting this year than I thought it was going to be, with things not coming out and everything underperforming, pretty much everything.
Pretty
So,
much.
so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. All right, let's talk about Project Hail Mary. So this is Lord and Miller, who did 21 Jump Street. They're the creative creators for the Spider Verse movies. They didn't. I think they wrote the first one. I mean, they're acting like they're like everything behind those movies, which they're not. But I mean, what else had Lord and Miller done? Lego Movie. Um, they were gonna make that Star Solo, and then they they got booted, and Ron Howard did it. Um, uh,
Dodged a bullet.
and then it's written by Drew Goddard, who I like, and I haven't heard anything about for a while. Who did Daredevil and stuff. So um, this is based on a book, best-selling book by the same guy who wrote The Martian. Um, so I mean, if it's as good as The Martian, then this movie will do well. With Ryan Gosling, and he's astronaut or something. I don't know.
He's definitely not an astronaut. They made that very clear in
Okay.
the old trailer.
I mean,
I mean, he is, but he wasn't. He was saying he wasn't. That was
well,
his
he was
point.
in a coma, so maybe he just didn't remember. I don't know.
I suppose.
Looks weird, but it's comedic. Um, I don't know.
I think it's really on Ryan Gosling to be charismatic and pull it off. As it
Mm.
seems to be a lot of his movies
Movies.
require that to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But he does it. So
I agree.
that there was a time where I was having an argument with someone where he wasn't a bankable star, but I don't know.
He's
Here he
not.
is
He
every year.
unfortunately is not a bankable star. He is yet to produce a hit other than Barbie that really wasn't because of him.
Okay, I don't know how well that one did with Emily Blunt. Maybe
Fall
that
Guy
did
was a
average.
complete disappointment.
Okay.
Complete disappointment. That movie
Yeah,
definitely
he
lost
keeps
money.
getting hired. I guess I don't know.
Uh, yeah. I mean, Blade Runner wasn't a smash hit. I'm trying to think of Ryan Gosling movies off the top of my head. The Gray Man. Yeah. No, not really. Yeah.
I will say he's no Tom Cruise, but I don't know. I'd say he's nearing like a Leo. Leo doesn't bring in the pull like he used to. I would say.
Well, Leo also is just picking what makes him happy. He wants to work with directors that he wants to work with. He wants to work with Paul Thomas Anderson and
Hmm.
Scorsese and stuff. He just picking whatever he feels like. He's not going, oh, well, this movie is going to make $1 billion. He's not doing that.
That's true. That's
So
true.
that's why
Yeah.
he's not making it. I mean, that Paul Thomas Anderson movie that's going to be almost 3 hours. That movie ain't making money, but that's not because he sucks or something.
Okay. Okay.
DiCaprio's a bankable star. That movie, PTA Anderson movie, PTA movie, will make more money because Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. If that Scorsese movie didn't have Leo in it, that movie makes nothing, no money. That movie would have
Okay.
been
That's true.
Silence with
That's
Adam
true.
Driver and the other guy who was in Silence. Andrew Garfield. That made no money. That was a wet fart in church. But because Leo was in it, Killers made money. I won't. I'm not going to say that PTA movie is going to make $1 billion or $500 million, but that movie will make money only because Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. Ryan Gosling does not pull in the for like Leo. Um, I Now that being said, I like Ryan Gosling. I have no problem with Ryan Gosling. I like Ryan
Well,
Gosling. I hope
I'm
Ryan
thinking
Gosling
if it
is good
wasn't
stuff.
Ryan Gosling as the lead with Emily Blunt, it probably would have been a lot worse. I can tell you that.
I I will say Emily Blunt does nothing for me. So having her
Hmm.
in it doesn't make it better. And they put her in everything. So um, I don't know. I just don't think people were interested. Unfortunately, I liked the movie, so I had no problem with the Fall Guy. Anyway, this movie looks weird. Um, and fine,
They
whatever.
had me until there was an alien.
Yeah.
It just seems like so unless this is one of those. There was that one movie where Adam Sandler was in space. I never saw it, but there was also like some spider. It was like a spider thing or something in the trailer. But
Oh, I
we
know
were
it.
the thing
Oh
was the
yeah.
alien real? I think was the
Oh,
aspect of it. I don't
okay.
know if that's what they're going for.
I have no idea. Apparently, from what I understand, there's a twist in the book. So I don't know what that is or whatever. But yeah, I don't really. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I
Well,
don't.
that's what I'm saying. They had me until there was that. Then I
Yeah,
was just I don't know what to think now.
I will
That
say.
so
I will say everyone involved, the writer, the directors, Ryan Gosling, it all of those things pique my interest. And I mean, I like Sandra Huller. She's a good actress. This the blonde lady in this trailer. She's really good. an Oscar nominated actress. She's really good. There's all good people involved, but I've come around on sci-fi. I was never really like a big sci-fi guy, but now I've kind of changed my tune on that for some reason. I don't know, maybe just because there's good sci-fi movies being made. Like
If you say so, I haven't seen any in a while. So
Dune, like Denis Villeneuve movies, all of them. Arrival and the Dune movies are good. I liked
I thought
oh
Arrival was fine.
Arrival's a really good movie. Oh, what was there was a sci-fi movie like last year that came out that I thought was
If you're
good.
talking about that one where they were like trying to
The
nuke
Creator.
something. Yeah, Creator.
I
Oh my
like The
gosh, that one
Creator.
was so mid.
That's a good movie. I don't know. I've been getting into sci-fi more recently. I don't know. I Alien. I liked the most recent Romulus, and then I watched the original Alien. It's a good movie. I don't know. Getting into
Yeah,
sci-fi for some reason.
man, I'll believe you on the Alien one because I heard it was somewhat good,
Yeah.
but those other two that you meant, no,
Okay.
sorry.
Whatever. All those movies were good. What I just said, and like objectively good movies, but that's okay. Um. Anywho, uh, we'll see how that goes. I don't want to talk about that movie anymore because it's
Okay,
too early. I think. Also, it's like
yeah,
a
well,
teaser that shows you a bunch of crap in it. Um,
yeah. I mean, I think I've seen enough, but yeah, I hear you.
all right. Um, so this one, I'd like to throw in like a smaller movie, um, and this one is She Rides Shotgun with Taron Egerton is the lead of this movie. Uh, it looks very gritty, and you know, was it was this one a real like based on real stuff? I can't. I don't.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think it said
so.
that.
I
I don't
don't
think
think
it's.
so. This it looks very like Jason Bourne if Jason Bourne had to protect a kid or something is
Yeah,
kind of what it seemed like.
it's very. It's a crime drama. They're running away from the mob or something, or a gang or something. I don't know.
I don't know. There was SWAT members at some point, or it
Yeah,
looked like police. I suppose they could have been not just mercenaries or something. I have
yeah.
no clue.
I think it looks pretty good. I think Taron Egerton is a good actor. I mean, it looks like him and the girl playing his daughter seem to be working well together. Um, I'm definitely interested in this movie. Um, I kind of like. I've seen a lot of recently these trailers for like these kind of they go for kind of more realism and like more grounded stories and stuff. Last year, I liked that Rebel Ridge movie. I thought was pretty good. Um, in along those lines.
Yeah, I think this looks better than Rebel Ridge, but yeah, definitely the same vein. A very not a huge budget looking
Yeah,
movie, but that can help in a lot of ways. You got to
yeah,
be more creative and get closer to the person. So yeah, I agree. I think it looks good.
a good story and it's compelling. Um, you know, so I think it looks pretty good. I'll definitely, I'll most likely check that out. I can't remember. That's supposed to come out what August or something. I think it said. I think it was relatively soon.
I'm very surprised that there's still new trailers coming out that are coming out like really soon. Like I thought we were like booked up, we're done. August is kind of filled out. I felt like, but
Like I
here
said,
things are just popping up.
there's these smaller. They're not the tent pole and they're not the majors to like this is a Lionsgate movie, so they fill them in. That's why when there's these movies, like I saw the trailer again for that Caught Stealing, which is that Darren Aronofsky movie with Austin Butler, and I like those movies. We don't even know that those are coming out. Like in the beginning of the year, they're not even on the radar because they're not even on the schedule yet to be released. Those movies they make them in a year and then they put them right out, you know. So, um, but yeah, She Rides Shotgun. I think it looks pretty good. Um, and you know, I mean, you like Taron Egerton, I think, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
I think he's pretty good. So I'll probably check it out.
all I've
Uh,
seen him in is Kingsman, and I liked the first one, so that's something, I suppose.
Kingsman. Did you see Rocket Man?
I literally told you last week I didn't see Rocketman. I haven't seen any of the
Taron
bios.
Egerton was in something else. I didn't see. I wanted to. I thought about seeing Tetris, but I never saw that movie. I heard it was pretty good. I feel like I saw Taron Egerton in something else. Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever.
I
Anywho,
haven't. I don't know.
from one guy that had his moment to a guy who's currently having his moment, I would say, which is Glenn Powell here in The Running Man. This is Edgar
Yep.
Wright's next film. What'd you think, Andrew? Because you're saying short one-word answers, so not good, I'm assuming.
The next Chris Pratt coming through the works here,
Mm-hmm.
trying to make it big. He needs his Jurassic World for himself. The next
Originally,
big star.
it's so funny you say the Jurassic World because they wanted Glenn Powell, and he said no, and that's why they have Jonathan Bailey in this movie in Jurassic World.
Oh,
That part was going to be Glenn Powell, and Glenn Powell said no, thank you. He didn't
oh,
want to.
that's a shocker.
He did not want to be in
Considering he
Jurassic
said
World.
yes to this movie is surprising. But
Well, I will say
this
with
looks very same vein.
I would say with this movie, it's Edgar Wright is directing it, and he probably went, "I want to work with Edgar Wright." Would be my guess. Um, uh,
What did he make? I don't know.
he did all those movies with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. He did like Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz.
Okay.
He did Scott Pilgrim versus the World. He did Baby Driver. He was originally going to make Ant-Man, and then he dropped out, and then Peyton Reed did it.
Okay. So like
So
small hit classic kind of
yeah,
movies. Okay.
cult classic director. I mean, I think Baby Driver is a fantastic movie. Understand why people love Scott Pilgrim. It's never been my like that great to me. I don't, you know, I know
It's
people
a
love it.
cult classic.
Um,
Yeah.
People love the three movies, the Cornetto trilogy with the three of them. He did this movie Last Night in Soho with Anya Taylor Joy. It was like a horror-ish movie. I thought that movie was actually pretty good, but nobody saw that movie. But Edgar Wright has proven that he can make a good movie to me. So we'll see. I think it's this is a movie that is also a remake. It's a remake, but also is based on a book. They made this movie in the 70s or something, or 80s movie. Richard Dawson, the Family Feud host, was the host of the game show or whatever in the original. Um, but I don't know. I think it is very scattershot trailer. Um, I mean, I like Glenn Powell. I like Coleman Domingo. Um, what's his name? Josh Brolin's good. Um, I saw some of the action seemed fun. We'll see how the actual movie is. Um, but it is an interesting. It's an interesting trailer. I'll say that. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
worrisome. We'll say that.
That's what I would say. Yeah. It could possibly hit. I'm not totally against it. It's not like a surefire flop in my eyes, that's for sure. Can this be a flop? Definitely. But I think it has to really hit the mark if it wants to do really well. And if it's just an okay movie, it probably won't make its money back. I don't know how much it was made for, but it looks pretty high end. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's definitely they definitely put some money into it for sure. They're definitely going for like slick looking. So, but I mean, I'm hoping it's like Baby Driver. So, all right.
Yeah, it gave me like a cyberpunk vibe.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can see, it's supposed to be like, future Earth,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he's done the video game movie with Scott Pilgrim before, and this kind of video gamey watching a
Yeah.
whatever. So, I don't know. Hopefully, it doesn't teeter to too corny or ridiculous, and still good.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see. All right. That was all the trailers. Thank you for watching part of the Daniel and Andrew Show. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. If you don't like looking at our faces, no problem. There's always a full audio version of the podcast wherever you find your podcast. Thank you and enjoy.